Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Raw review. And you might be asking yourselves, Brad, where's your Clash of Champions review? So, I go on the network. I had a really long day. I put in some overtime at work. I stayed extra to help out a coworker. And I started watching Clash of Champions Sunday night, which is the night that I stayed late. I didn't get home until like after fucking midnight. I'm watching the fucking show. I start nodding off during Cesaro and Sheamus, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll do the review after I watch Raw. But then I'm watching the presidential debate. Then I watch my usual Raw and YouTube clips so I can review it here. And then I'm like this to myself. I turn it on. I'm about to watch Jericho and Zayn, and then I was like 3 hours and 7 minutes. Normally a pay per view like that's not one of the main ones like Survivor Series or Royal Rumble, the minor pay per views. Usually they're like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I see 307. Now I know in the past sometimes they would tackle on the post game show, the wrap up show right after, like on the same video sometimes. Usually when then they usually catalog it later on, in the past events, they usually like, edit that part out. But then I was like, you know what? I'm curious. So I fast forward through it and I get to the end and I see it's, Seth Rollins and Owens going on. And this match looked like it was going on for like 40 fucking minutes. Now, I like Rollins and I like Kevin Owens. I don't like the direction of the storyline, the feud between these guys. It's boring the fucking shit out of me, just like it was here on Raw. And I was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood to watch this. I'm just not. But Brad, but your review. Here's my review. Everything I saw so far on the pay per view, it wasn't necessarily bad. Okay, so Gallows and Anderson challenged New Day for the 50th time. They're gonna wrestle them on this Raw I'm about to review. They lose. Okay, Cesaro and Sheamus. We get through 7 matches. Do we get a winner? No, we don't. Who else did I see so far on the show? I don't even remember. There was a second match that I can't quite. Oh, T.J. Perkins defeated Brian Kendrick. I already feel like this the cruiserweight division doesn't mean anything because we already have all these wrestlers that wrestle like cruiserweights. I keep saying this. What is the point of having a division when we've already seen everybody wrestle a cruiserweight style? Already, there's no point in having when Sami Zayn wrestles a cruiserweight style, when Seth Rollins wrestles a cruiserweight style. For fuck's sakes, Dean Ambrose wrestles a cruiserweight style doing suicide dives every 2 minutes. Everyone does a fucking cruiserweight style. There's no point in having a separate division. So you know what I was like? 3 hours in this pay-per-view had to go over the 3 hour mark. It just had to. Now you would think if a show has 3 hours to it, it's probably got something, going for it. There was no build up to this show worth a fucking damn. Half these matches were thrown together, like Jericho and Zayn, Perkins and Kendrick. They just made that match on Raw. No storyline between either one of them. They were both in the tournament. Perkins is the winner. Kendrick wins the Fatal 4-Way. No storyline, no nothing. That's it. By the numbers. I mean, you'd think you'd be watching like the NBA playoffs or something. It's just like it's just a sport. Is that how? This is like pretty much how it's going. Everything is just very like strict and to the point with WWE. No storyline, no reason to care. It's just like, hey, this is what happened. This guy beat this guy, and that's the match. And if you don't like it, then well, a lot of people don't like it. That's why they're tuning out and getting away from this shit in droves. And I'm already like 5 minutes into this video, and I haven't even talked specifically about Raw yet. But I just wanted to do a brief disclaimer. I don't think I'm ever going to watch Clash of Champions, to be quite honest. And by the time I do, the review won't even be relevant anymore. Because I just don't feel like it. Listen, guys, I mean, I've watched Raw, for years, and now I finally decide, to say years, I'm going to be 29 in a month, in less than a month. October 8th's my birthday. So it's like all these years of watching wrestling, and I never had the desire to just watch some of it. I had to be a completionist. I had to watch the whole show. I had to give you guys a genuine review by watching the whole show. I said, okay, I can't do Raw reviews anymore. So what did I do? I said that I wasn't going to do Raw reviews, but then I said, hey, you know what? Let me just take some time to make the subs happy. And out of my own curiosity as a WWE fan, why don't I just watch the YouTube clips? I'll get a general idea of what's going on, and I can discuss it right here. So I do that. It's still torture. It still takes a long fucking time, way longer than I wanted. But I was like, hey, I'm going to watch SmackDown to completion. How about that? So I do that, and I can't even stand that show either. So that I have to watch in YouTube clips. Then there's a pay-per-view, and it's 3 hours and 7 minutes. So it's like, little by little, I'm starting to crack. Little by little, I just can't take it anymore. The older I get, the worse wrestling gets. It's like, I don't know how that's even possible. You would think over time wrestling would evolve, new ideas would come about. You would inject a certain level of creativity into the product. Instead, we're forced to just sit here and talk about great moments from 16, 17 years ago. We were even complaining about stuff in 2004 and 2005 back then, I remember. But even now, that shit seems classic and awesome compared to what we got now. I remember saying to myself back in 05, I don't like the way this product is going. I don't like the direction of the company. But I look back at it now and I'm like, you know what? It's probably because now my standards are just like, there comes a point where you're just waiting for anything good or decent and it doesn't come. So you just look to the past because that was better. So even though it wasn't great, it looks fucking awesome in comparison. So we started off with a match between Reigns and Rusev, and this match went 25 minutes, and thank God I'm watching it on YouTube because none of it seemed interesting to me. So, Reigns is the U.S. champ now. I predicted that accurately. I knew it was going to happen. It's like, they wanted to restore Rusev to his former brutish self. Let's give him the title back. Let's give him back his glory days of, like 2 years ago when he was facing Cena at Mania. Let's do that. But they couldn't even do that right. It's like even when they try to recapture, well, I kind of, I don't want to say magic, but try to recapture some of that betterness, I guess, that was there for Rusev when Rusev actually looked strong a couple of years ago. And they failed to do that. They can't even get that right. Something they already did just like not even a year and a half ago. They can't even get that right. So they battle to a no count out. Roman hits him with a chair. This feud has been going on and on and on and on and on. One match doesn't even have didn't even go to a match. Right? What was that? SummerSlam? Or no. It was the Night of Champions, whatever the fuck it was. No, no, no. I think, yeah, no, it was SummerSlam when it was supposed to have Rusev and Roman Reigns. We don't even get a match. Don't even get a match. Now we don't get a decision. I don't get this. So, Reigns beats them, then we get a count out the next night. Like, how the fuck are they booking his shit? Then Mick Foley comes to the ring. He calls out Sheamus and Cesaro. There's no decision. They stop the match. Oh my God, the match is too amazing. We have to stop it last night. Whatever the fuck the reason was, they were too hurt to continue. The ref calls it out. If they're not bleeding, if they're not fucking dead, why are we calling off fucking matches? That's the best they could do. Oh, we want to make them both look strong. Let's just make it a draw. So you make us sit there for 6 of these matches because the other one wasn't televised. So let's be accurate. You make us sit there for all these fucking matches, right? Make us sit there through all of them. Don't even have the fucking decency to give us a fucking winner. To at least give us some sense of closure. We didn't want to see this series. I'm not knocking either guy. I actually like Sheamus. I like Cesaro. But I'm not interested in seeing this. I'm not given a reason to care. So I don't fucking care. But at least give us a fucking winner. If you're going to make us sit through all this shit, at least give us a fucking winner. We didn't even get a winner. Didn't get a fucking winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. There wasn't no fucking winner in this fucking shit. So what does Foley say? They're saying, give me a title shot. I want a title shot. So, the title shot. When you say title shot, the WWE World title for many years was just called the WWE Championship. And even when it was the World Heavyweight, I believe even a couple of times they just called it the WWE title. During the Attitude Era, it was very rare that they called it the world title. They called it the WWE title. And this is one of the things where it always bothered me for a while because I do like them calling it the world title because, hey, that is, that's the world right there. The world title. It's the best title. It's the best that you could do in the company. It's the world. It's huge. It's big. It's major, right? But they call it the WWE title, and I got that too. I understand the reasoning behind that because it is, that's WWE right there. The title. That is the WWE title, not the Intercontinental, not that, but this is the WW or the WWF title, whatever era you're talking about it in. So they use that technicality of title shot. So everybody just assumes after years of conditioning that he's talking about the world title, but they changed it at the last minute to meaning it was the tag titles. Now in your heart of hearts that from the start of this with the commentators, they did not have a plan. They were biding time. They just gave these guys 7 matches because they didn't know what the fuck to do with them. Cesaro was a low draft pick. They got shit from the internet because they bow down to the internet nowadays. So they got fucking annoyed about that. All you fucking, YWCers. I love Cesaro, but, the fact of the matter is it's a fucking fake draft. They're never going to make Cesaro a champion. It doesn't fucking matter to me if he was picked 5th, 6th, or 32nd. It doesn't fucking matter. Who the fuck cares? But so they're doing damage control. Oh, look, we're using Cesaro, guys. I don't give a shit. No one gives a fuck. So anyway, so they had no plan for the future, basically. Maybe they were thinking about doing Cesaro and I can't even remember his fucking name. Finn Balor. There you go. That's another thing. I don't even see anybody talking about Finn Balor anymore. What happened to Fred? You're horrible. You forgot the guy's name yourselves. So maybe they were gonna do Cesaro and Balor. Maybe they were gonna do Sheamus and Balor and do a thing like, oh, Sheamus is the big man picking on the little guy. And I would have loved to see Sheamus beat the fucking shit out of Finn Balor. That would have given me some great satisfaction. But they had no plan for the future. It's quite obvious they had no intention of doing Cesaro and Owens for the title. So now they're just gonna let's make them a tag team. Like, where's the plan here? So you're gonna take these two guys that have nothing to do with one another and just combine them. Okay, so it's an interesting idea. At any other time, but it's like they're just doing this because they have, Brad's not complaining. No, I'm gonna complain right here because this is fucking ridiculous. So they think that if they fought this hard against each other, they're gonna make an even better team. Are they gonna win the titles from New Day? Well, get the fucking. We're gonna get to that in a minute. New Day. Okay, so it's actually up next. New Day defeats Gallows and Anderson. I really thought for a split second that maybe, because they do this sometimes, maybe they were going to give Gallows and Anderson the win here. It looked like that for a minute until the pin was broken up. After, Anderson hit that flying neck breaker, they hit the magic killer. I thought maybe that was it. I was like, they've lost a lot of times, but now they're going to give them the win. They lose again. How many times are we going to see this fucking match? For fuck's sakes. How many fucking times are we going to see this fucking match? How many times? How many goddamn times? I mean, holy fucking shit. I mean, guys, what are we supposed to do here? Look, here's my shorts. Want entertainment? Hey, it's me, Shorts Head McGee. I'm here for the tag titles, guys. This is more entertaining than fucking New Day and Gallows and Anderson, for fuck's sake. Fuck off my head! For fuck's sakes! For fuck's motherfucking sakes, enough with this goddamn fucking match! I've got shorts on my head, for fuck's sakes! Because I'm trying to get over how shitty this fucking thing is already. They're gonna just wrestle until the end of time? Holy fucking shit. After the old days segment, they should have called the fucking feud off. And don't think I'm just bashing Gallows and Anderson. This New Day act is lame as fuck. Lame as fuck. Lame as fuck. Lame as fuck. Holy fuck. They've had these titles now for 400 days. I'm sick of it already. Francesca. Oh, bootios. It's fucking stupid. Alright, you know what this whole thing is? The flashy colors, the unicorns on the head. It's gay. It is gay. It is gay. Alright? It is very homosexual. It is very frilly. It is very feminine. It is not manly. This is not wrestling. This is not WWE. This is not sports entertainment. This is fucking stupid, retarded bullshit. Alright? Xavier is not like a cool nerd even. He's annoying as fuck. He's annoying. He's just this fucking... Oh, guys. Shut the fuck up. And Big E should be killing people in the ring, this guy. Instead, he's... Oh, would you rather him be a boring big man? Yes! Because he's fucking annoying. I'd rather him be boring and just, I don't fucking care even. I don't like this. I thought at first it was funny. They had some good material, but now they're writing for them. The writers are writing for New Day. And this shit is just fucking abysmal. Every single fucking night with these guys with the lame references. Oh my god, they referenced pop culture. Let's bow down to them. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm sick of New Day. New Day has, I don't want to give references to old Day, but New Day has gotten very old. if I haven't made that case in the past. I sure as hell have made it now. I am sick and tired of these fuckers. Get off my TV or my computer screen for that matter, because you're one of the reasons why I can't watch a whole episode of Raw. These guys are just played out to the max. Fuck them. Bayley defeated the Jobber. Well, that was great. Fucking good for her. Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann defeated Drew Gulak and Lince Dorado. You notice how closely I have to look at these names? They don't just roll off the tongue. Who the fuck are these schmucks? What were they in the Cruiserweight Classic? What is the Cruiserweight Classic? That is quite the name. Now, I know they've called many tournaments over times, like the Tag Team Classic. That really takes a lot of balls to say something's classic ahead of time. Like, how can you call something a classic before you've even seen it? That's like when the first original Ghostbusters came out, or when Star Wars came out. This is a classic. How do you know? You haven't even seen it yet. This was before they had like any real trailers available on the internet and shit. It's like, how the fuck would you know it's a classic? It's the Cruiserweight Classic. Oh, is it? Well, how do you know? There's like something like 30 matches to go. You haven't even seen it yet. How do you know it's a classic tournament? I don't know. It's just a name, I guess. But the thing is, it's like, whatever. First of all right, so I appreciate that they're trying to give this a unique feel. They like change the setting, the lighting, the ring apron, the color of the ropes. What did they just like put up new ropes just for the segment, or are they like covers for the ropes? I guess they're different ropes altogether. Whatever it is, and then they change it back. Like, wow, that's a lot of effort. I'll give them credit for that. But okay, so it was a match, and it had some high spots, I guess. And I don't give a fuck, because these high spots don't stand out when Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and the rest of them have been pulling these moves out for years. It's lost its luster. The cruiserweights are already there. They're already there. And they're bringing in more of them, basically. That's all it is. The cruiserweights were always there. We just got more of them now. So I don't see how people are excited for this. And then I see people complaining about the division, that it's like they didn't like the introduction. Yeah, no fucking kidding. And this is the actual internet fans that are complaining about the presentation of the division. It's like, what the fuck did you expect? These guys are nobodies. This isn't the days of Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. These are not guys that really stood out, looked different, and these are just a bunch of fucking schmucks. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute as well. So Cesaro and Sheamus, they defeat a jobber tag team. They're like trying to outdo themselves. Like, all right, I guess they're making a little effort there to try to show some angst between the two of them, trying to outdo one another. But it's like, I don't know. Sheamus and Cesaro going for the tag titles. Where are they going with this? They don't even know. They were going to have these guys wrestle for the world title. Now they're wrestling for the tag titles. For fuck's sakes. Charlotte was in the ring cutting a promo. I think she does a good job with these, but I feel like it's the same fucking thing every week. It's just like Heyman with Lesnar. Oh, I'm the best, everybody. Why did they have Sasha beat Charlotte and like ruin her reign? She could have been like champion for like the whole year. And instead, what do? They have to make her lose. Sasha gets the belt for a month, and then she loses it back to Charlotte. What the fuck was the point of that? Ruining her reign. So it's like, Charlotte now is saying that, oh, I beat woman after woman. No one can beat me. Well, Sasha just beat you like 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of ruins the claim. Or are they just saying that they kind of made a mistake and they kind of don't even want to talk about that part too much? But they're still going to say that Sasha wants a rematch. But they don't want you to really concentrate on the fact that she lost the belt for like a month or two. Uh, so Sasha gets in Charlotte's face. She puts Dana in the bank statement. Um, so TJ Perkins defeats Tony Nese. This TJ Perkins, I have to say this. I don't like him. The smile, the haircut. He looks like a fucking douchebag. He reminds me of somebody I used to work with. I appreciate the theme song he has. Hit points. The video game Titantron and music. But this guy is just like, they're making him just too much like a straightforward baby face. He just, he reminds me of somebody here in the YWC, just really fucking pretentious and annoying. I don't like the guy's face. He looks like some guy who just want to fucking rear back and cock him right in the mouth. He just has a very annoying look to him. Nothing personal. Well, maybe I just don't like him. The guy's good, I guess, but I don't see him standing out. Just another guy. Let's bow down to him because he wrestled in Japan. Everybody under the fucking sun has wrestled in Japan. I don't give a fuck if he wrestled in Japan. The guy wrestled as Manic in TNA. Whatever the fuck, accomplishments you want to give to this guy, I don't really care. He doesn't stand out to me. We'll bow down to him just like Finn Balor, just because he's in Japan. He knows what good wrestling is. Goldberg was in Japan. Lesnar was in Japan. Everyone was in Japan at one time or another. So Chris Jericho has Kevin Owens on the highlight reel. It leads to a match between Enzo and Cass and them. And, just having like this tag match. Enzo and Cass are in the tag division. Jericho, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. There's no Sami Zayn even on the show. Kevin Owens just had a match with Seth Rollins. There's no interaction between these two guys whatsoever. They just had a match last night. A match that seemingly went on for 40 minutes, judging by me fast forwarding through it. It took me several minutes to fast forward through the fucking match just to give you a clue of how long it was. And it just ends with Enzo and Cass taking another loss. Weren't these guys involved in a match, in a feud with the Shining Stars and the other tag teams? And now they're not involved in that. Instead, we're going to just have Enzo. This looked like such a thrown together main event. They just made the main event just then and there, right at the end. And I don't have a problem with that. Make a main event right there on the spot. But Enzo and Cass, they're just drifting from one feud to another. And Kevin Owens is the champion. And he's also doing the same thing. Right after the pay-per-view, they should get Kevin Owens right back onto getting in a new feud. If they're not going to do Rollins, get somebody else. But I don't think there's even any new challengers. Who else is going to challenge Owens? If it's not Rollins, well, Reigns is already the U.S. champ. Rusev is, in a feud with him. Who the fuck is left? There's nobody! Who the fuck is left to challenge him? Well, Cesaro and Sheamus could have been one of the challengers. Nope. Why not? Because now they're in a tag team. What the fuck are they doing? What's going on here? I don't understand any of this shit. What the fuck is going on with this fucking company? No direction, no nothing to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like Survivor Series is going to be coming up. Do they got anything special in the works? No. No. But what are they doing? What's to get excited about? What am I looking forward to on next week's Raw? What what did they tease? What? Oh, Seth Rollins is still confused about Triple H and stuff. All right, where's Triple H? What? Like, there's nothing to look forward to on this show. Why watch it? Why watch Raw? Like I said, why watch pay-per-views? That's why I'm turning on. I'm like, I don't even care about this. I don't give a fuck about what happens. Because it's just so shitty. Who the fuck gives a shit? It's not good. It's not stimulating. It's not entertaining. So why watch it? Fuck it. I don't care. I mean, even this is a waste of time. Even watching it on YouTube is a waste of fucking time. SmackDown's on tonight. That's going to be a waste of time. It's all a fucking waste of time. Why watch these shows? Nothing good ever happens on them. Nothing eventful. Jesus fucking Christ. Even in 2012, 2013, even certain things at least happen a little bit. Not anything now. Not anything now. I mean, you look at this episode of Raw and you're like, what the fuck did I just sit through? If you sat through all 3 hours, you're a stronger man than I, because I couldn't even fucking take the YouTube version of it. And Clash of Champions, like I said, I can't even review that. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. That's my mini review. I watched 3 matches. Not that they were bad or anything, but it's just like I see the length of it. I'm like, no, I can't. I already have. Raw is enough. SmackDown is enough. I can't with the pay-per-views. You know, just so I can sit here and talk about, well, it wasn't a bad match, but the storyline, didn't get me excited. I say the same thing basically every. That's why at least they've got some segments I could talk about here on SmackDown. I've got like nothing really to say about these pay-per-views. Well, it was a good match, I guess, but it wasn't really the best. It's like, all right, the pay-per-view sucks. There was no build-up, nothing to look forward to about it, so fuck the pay-per-view. Fuck Raw, fuck SmackDown, fuck WWE. Just fuck it already. What a bunch of fucking retarded-ass bullshit. They don't even care about the product. They get 1.88. Did they do anything to improve it? Let's make Cesaro and Sheamus a tag team. Well, what is this episode of Raw going to get? What is it going to get, a 1.7, a 1.6? How could the rating be any higher? I mean, what a bunch of fucking shit. What a bunch of garbage. All they care is about maintaining their audience that they have. Their little niche audience, the fans. Cruiserweight division. Yeah, Finn Balor. Like, even they're lose. Because look, we thought 2.4, 2.3 was low. Now they're at 1.88. Pretty soon they're going to have TNA numbers, motherfuckers. Let's wake up already. All right? I mean, like, look how stupid this is. People were actually giving me a hard time voting my videos down because I was talking shit about Finn Balor. Does it look like anybody liked Finn Balor as champion? The ratings are fucking plummeting. Guys, is it even worth any more to watch Raw or SmackDown? Because it sure as hell ain't worth watching the pay-per-views. They gave you no reason even to tune into Raw. Tune into Raw, and there's no reason to tune in next week. What a vicious fucking cycle that is. They're basically telling you, well, you can tune in next week, but we don't really have much planned. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, let's see where this goes. Right in the fucking shitter!